So what is the law of conversion? The law of conversion is real simple. You can convert a patient, an inquiry, into the appointment book if you ask them questions of concern. So let me repeat that. Very, very simple, then I'll do a demonstration here. You can convert a patient to an appointment if you ask questions of concern. So how do you convert? So here's an example. Let's say a patient calls in and says, "Hello, this is Janice calling. I'd like to know what is the price of a crown." And the receptionist says, "Well, I'm sorry, but we don't give prices over the phone." "Okay, well, can you give me a range?" "Well, I'm sorry, but we'd have to take an exam, or we'd have to take an x-ray, the doctor would have to look at it, and then we can give you a price." "Okay, well, thank you very much." Click, and that patient's lost. That patient was not converted. So that's the wrong way to do it. So let's take a look at the right way to do it. So now I'm going to use the law of conversion, which is to ask questions of concern. So a patient now calls in and says, "Yes, may I get the price of a crown?" Now, being a smart receptionist and trained, I know the law. I'm going to ask questions of concern, and I'm going to now take control of the conversation, which is part of that law. So all I do is, I say, "No problem. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions first?" The patient will always say, "Okay." "Did your doctor tell you that you needed a crown?" "Yeah, a couple years ago." "Okay, great. Is the tooth currently hurting you? Are you having any pain with it at all?" "Well, yeah, I have a little bit to cold and hot. It's a little bit sensitive." "Okay, thank you. And how long has that been going on?" "About 3 or 4 months, which is why I'm calling." "Okay, no problem. Is that tooth on the top or the bottom?" "No, it's on the bottom." "Okay, good. Is it on the lower right or the lower left?" "No, it's on the lower right." "Okay, good. And it's a back tooth or a front tooth?" It's a back tooth." "Okay, great. Just a couple more questions. Is it okay if I carry on?" She says, "Sure. By the way, did somebody refer you to our practice? Or how did you find out about us?" "Oh, I found out about you. I got a mailer, or Sally, my neighbor, referred me to you." You go, "Oh, I know who Sally is." So I've now asked questions of concern, and now I'm going to answer her questions about the price. I've now engaged this person, and I've taken the conversation, and the law of conversion is you have to control the conversation. So I now took the control from the patient asking the question. I turned it around. I'm now asking the question. And now I'm controlling the conversation because I'm asking the questions, and I'm asking questions of concern. The law is that if you keep them on the telephone with questions of concern for longer than a minute to a minute and 15 seconds, you'll convert them to the appointment book. So now I'm going to answer her price question. The price in this area in Glendale ranges anywhere between $650 to $1,500, depending on which doctor you go to. This office is in about the lower third of that practice. If you take a look at the situation you have, the tooth might have a root canal. It might need to be built up. The cost could vary no matter what office you go to, and you really never know until the doctor looks at it. My suggestion for you is if you come to the office, we'll do an exam and we'll do an x-ray. The doctor will give you a consultation. We'll let you know what it cost, and then you can take the records with you. There's no charge to come down and do so. My suggestion is let's make you an appointment, come see the doctor, then you'll know exactly what it cost. And from there, you can make your decision on moving forward on whatever you want to do. What time's good for you? We're open on Thursday in the morning or Friday in the afternoon. Let me know which appointment is best for you. At which point, you've now converted that patient. I've given a real short one, so I'm going to reiterate the law real simply. The law of conversion involves controlling the conversation. The way to control the conversation is by asking questions of concern. And with those simple laws down and a little bit of drilling, the receptionist and the office gets better and better at it. So your conversion rate can go from 22, 24% up to 30, 35, 40, 50, and 60%, and even higher. The more skilled she gets, the more valuable she is because she'll book your office out.